Good evening and beyond Venu, my fond fair rouge raiders. This is your humble narrator, Diomedes Rouge, here to bring you part 3 of What If Bell Was a Warden. Now, where we last left off, Bell had you could say, explosive encounter with another team. And, well, it did not end well for them. Luckily, no blood was shed, but oof, it came close on a few occasions. One wrong word, and well, you know how knights tend to be. Now, from there, it has been a few days since then. Bell has gotten more and more used to Oreo and its ways. In addition to that, he's been scouting, looking for new talent to train and well, mold into his new order. Something to, well, as you could probably guess, keep him preoccupied while he's here. But along one of his trips one day, he felt as if he was being watched. He didn't know why, but it felt as if some unknown presence was gazing upon him, looking into his very soul, his very nature. Needless to say, that's quite disturbing. And so, he did what any person would do when they feel like they're being stalked. He increased his movements and got to a safer place. Now, don't get me wrong. Bell is fairly strong. But he doesn't know what the numbers are. Most importantly, he doesn't want to risk dirtying his name. Not many people want to join up with someone who starts a random brawl in the middle of a street. And so, after about 30 minutes, the gaze is no longer felt upon him, and he continues on with his work. Meanwhile, from Freya's point of view, that was quite interesting. I've never seen a young man of that nature before. Gave off such a particular aura. Quite surprising. This day might not be as boring as I thought. Now, from here we'll cut a couple of days of hard work, as Bell has been entering the dungeon, fighting, killing, and coming back out of it. Each day going one floor deeper. Each day fighting just a little bit harder. And you may be asking, why is he going so slow? It's because he doesn't want to cause a scene. He's already performed the act of being a very powerful rookie. And, well, slaying a minotaur is very useful for your reputation. Reputations can also come and bite you in the butt. Aside from his goddess, he's all alone in this area, all alone in this world. And if a guild, well, if they think that he's being too cocky or arrogant, they could start a war with him, or something along those lines in his mind. He doesn't know how this world works when it comes to that. And he doesn't know how big other guilds are. Because while he knows he is powerful, he knows he is not a one-man army. And he knows it would be very, very difficult for him to beat any force of over 40 to 80 by himself. Not saying he couldn't do it, but it would be far more trouble than it's worth. Now, let's get to the real fun, shall we? A few days after, rather I should say, during this period of time, Freya has made herself at home in the city, and has, well, come across and made a meeting with, well, Loki. As we cut into that conversation, Loki stating, "Oh boy, what are you doing here, you crazy man whore?" "Oh, calm down, Loki. I'm not after any one of you." "Yeah, okay. Whatever, you crazy bitch. Now, what are you doing here? I thought you left for one reason or another." "Oh, I did. And honestly, I didn't feel like coming back, but felt as if it could be fun." "Uh-huh. So why are you here?" "Ah, Lacey, I think I found someone interesting." "Interesting? Indeed. A black-clad man in full metal armor, carrying a strange sword. It's quite unique." "So you're saying a guy in black armor with a strange sword. That narrows it down in a city full of adventurers, you know that?" "Oh, calm down, calm down. I came across him for the briefest of moments, but his soul, it felt wild, untamed, beautiful in its destructive capabilities. It was so alluring, I couldn't keep my eyes off of him. So I had to follow him around for a little while." "So, you stalked a man?" "Now that's rude. I'd call it observing. And most people call it a crime." Ay, what are we gonna do with you? Anyway, so, Miss Crazy Stalker Bitch, what do you, want to do here?" "Oh, calm down. I just wanted to talk with a fellow goddess and see if she had any information on any new warriors or anything of that nature. Even if I did, I sure as hell wouldn't tell you. Now that's just cruel. That's just too mean. Whatever. Now, we cut to Belle, as well as one moment. Hestia. My bad. Bad with names. We cut back to Belle and Hestia, as Belle is wondering, why with all the festivities going about recently? Oh, there's a new event coming into town. An event? Yes, from out of town, people have gathered a bunch of monsters and such that, well, for tamers. It's quite the spectacle. People come in and observe and look at these new and exotic beasts, and if some tamers feel, well, lucky, they can pay to try and tame one. Uh-huh. Want to go? What? Do you want to go? I've made more than enough money recently. About every day I'm pulling in 200, 300,000. And the church has been maintained a relative rebuilding. The leaks are now gone. The place is now even heated. We got fresh and clean water on standby. You sure? I don't mind taking a day off. And it's always good to treat your patron to different things on occasion. So what do you say, my goddess? Would you accompany me to this festival? Yes. She hastily agrees. As Belle, well, smiles underneath his helm. Great. But, could you not wear your armor? What? It's nothing bad, it's just, well, you stand out quite a bit. And if we're going to be going to this area, shouldn't we be formal? Fine. I understand if it's a request from you, well, I have no reason to disagree. As he goes off to get ready, stripping off his gear and armor and such, as we have cut to Freya, going to the local guild hall and, well, gathering some key information about the new person, using her various techniques to pull out the truth and force people into confessing. As one of the attendants does say, well, Belle's name. Belle. Such a simple yet elegant name. I wonder if he'll sound like one. Very well. Thank you. as the woman's put into an unconscious stupor. And Freya walks off to the Colosseum. At point time, in the Colosseum, the guards are, well, a guard is heading down to one of the more dangerous storage areas for the exhibit. Wondering, what the hell is going on? They should have answered in 5 minutes ago. As upon entering in the place and unlocking the door, she notices several of the guards are unconscious and have looks of, well, ecstasy on their face. As she gets to draw her blade, she feels two hands grab her on her shoulders. Shh, 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 shh. Now tell me, what's the most dangerous creature you have here? As an overwhelming, well, sense of ecstasy flows into the woman. Or I say, flows into the god. She goes, the silverback. Oh. Why, thank you. And that guard is also brought into an unconscious stupor as she takes the keys off of this woman. As Freya walks over and, well, unlocks the door, and to said, well, silverback, as this 8-foot tall, pure muscular, well, gorilla with pure ivory fur begins to approach her with a very, very angry look. It senses is overwhelmed by Freya as she tells it to calm down. Shh, 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 shh. I have a very important job for you, my little friend. I need you to go after Belle. I want you to either make him show off his true potential or end him. For I'm sure either way, I'll be able to have him soon. Whether it be here or on the other plane as I guide his soul into my bosom. So please, do as you're told. As this creature calms down and starts breathing in heavily. Good boy, good. Now, off with you, as this 8-foot tall, pure death machine runs forward. And yes, I am using the one from the manga. Why? Simple. The one from the anime was too effing big. Like, it just looked comical. The one from the manga, that thing looked effing scary. 8-foot tall super predator able to run around and jump between buildings and smack your shite loose with one punch, flinging you into buildings like a dang Super Saiyan brawl. Yeah, no. A lot scarier than 2-story tall gorilla trying to smash you. Yeah, no. Just no. In this case, the manga did it a lot better. I can understand why the anime did it, you know. Had to conserve time and still make it look like a big threat, but I got plans. As we got to Belle and Freya, Hestia, god dang, sorry. As we got to Belle and Hestia enjoying their time at the festival, buying and procuring meats and, well, drinks, just having a fun little get together. As she goes, "Did you have to bring your sword?" "The sword goes everywhere. It was a gift from my father. So yes, sword goes with me anywhere." "But why don't you have it sheathed?" "I am its chief." "No, I mean, why don't you have... Why do you always carry it like that?" "Like what?" You carry it under the crossguard. You grab it by the blade and carry it under the crossguard. Even now, you're not even wearing gauntlets or gloves. Aren't you afraid you're going to get cut?" "Well, one, I've been doing this for a while. And two, a blade won't cut you unless you drag." "What?" "A knife only cuts skin if, well, the blade is dragged across it. Same thing goes for a sword. It has to get traction for the friction of the blade to be able to, well, slice. The only thing that sharpening and anything else does is allowing the friction to be lesser, as it will carve through the person a lot quicker. Reason why you'll also see a lot of maces and flails with those spiky bits on it. The spiky bits aren't for puncturing." "Wait, what? What do you mean they're not for puncturing?" "They're not for puncturing. Well, I guess a morning star would be an exception with all those spikes, but for the most part, the little rough and harsh bits on flails, warhammers, and stuff like that, they're for friction. They're to attach to the armor, grip it on the enemy so it can add all of its weight into your foe at a lot more damaging manner." "So you're saying..." "Yes, the spiky bits and such on most warhammers, flails, and maces, they aren't there for show, nor are they there for armor penetration. They're there to make sure that it connects." "How do you know this?" "I was raised in war. I am a wolf, after all." As at this point, they begin to hear a lot of screaming, hollering, panicking. As they're looking around, well, Belle is able to see the cause of all of it. As the pale-haired, red-eyed individual gazes upon what's charging after them. A large, 8-foot-tall, hyper-muscular gorilla, moving at, well, quite easily a faster pace than any human can, going straight towards them. And what does he do? Simple. The first thing he does is shove Hestia hard and fast out of the way, as she gets sent a solid 15 feet, slamming onto the ground, going, "What the hell?" As Belle smiles and draws his blade. "This is gonna hurt." The beast lunges forward with a closed palm, ready to, strike Bell's unarmored torso. Bell takes the flat of his blade and intercepts the hit, blocking it, absorbing the shock through his body as he's sent whirling back. Not 5, not 10, not 15, but a solid 25 feet, grinding as his feet grind against the pavement. His shoes ever more trying to grip into the gravel as he's able to slow down and stop. Son of a bitch, that hurt. Ooh, my arms are fractured. I can't take too many more of those hits. Oh, this thing is not gonna go on easy on me, huh? Oh, this is gonna be fun. As Hestia stands up and is able to see what's going on, Belle shoved her out of the way because this beast charged straight towards them. As, well, it goes charging straight at Belle again, trying to smash, strike, dealing wild and frantic blows, trying to get past his guard. As Bell takes his great sword, or his long sword, I should say, and begins to try and parry, conserve his stamina, and not take any blow head on. Trying to move around the attacks, looking for an opening to strike. And he gets a few in, able to deal light strike after light strike on the legs, torso, arms, causing this thing to bleed and cry out in pain, making it even more angry. But at this time, other adventurers are getting pulled into the battle as well, as Freya didn't just let the silverback loose. Oh, no. She turned the whole prison loose, because she wanted to make sure that the fight between, well, Belle and the silverback at least lasted a good bit. And how can that go on if so many other people are involved in the fight? Oh, it's gonna get more fun. As Belle is on the defensive, getting pushed back harder and faster. He goes, "Damn it, I am never leaving home without my armor again," as this beast comes down for an overhead strike. And then Hestia hollers, running, shoving him out of the way, as the beast, well, grazes her, knocking her unconscious and sending her rolling back. Blood dripping from her head. As Belle is not happy about that. As when he stands up and sees the situation, "You insignificant ant." The beast turns towards him. "You listen here. I am going to break you. I am going to break you in so many different ways it's not gonna be funny. I am going to rend the flesh from your bones, and then use your bones to pick your flesh from between my teeth. You will not survive this day, for you have truly made me angry." As a dark aura begins to flow around Belle, this creature even taking a step back, as Belle's eyes begin to glow a bright, luminescent red. "Don't worry, goddess. Stay under the banner's protection. As he extends his hand, and a spectral banner of his coat of arms, with his coat of arms, is called forth and forms as he impales it into the ground. A few moments later, Hestia's eyes open as the pain in her body feels alleviated. She opens her eyes to see Belle charging at the big beast. She feels a need to charge forward, but her body doesn't want to move. It hurts so bad. And then she looks, and she's inside of a circle as this strange banner is pulsating. This spectral banner is releasing some sort of energy that's causing her to heal. What is going on? As we cut to Belle, now truly in a rage, striking and assaulting the beast in a never-ending flurry of blows and slashes. The beast, the silverback, finally being put on the defensive, forced to fall back with blow after blow after blow, cutting through its skin, its flesh, its bone, as it's forced to jump back, trying to get to different angles to leap and assault from. But each time it does, this puny thing, this puny man, moves to the side, slashing at its back, its legs, its stomach, causing it more pain, more anger. As then it thinks, and then it strikes, looking towards the woman, the thing that caused it to lash out previously. And he goes for it. He goes to smash Hestia one more time. But that was a very big mistake. As with that, a golden glow, a golden aura is emitted from Belle. As within barely an instant, he's there in front of this woman. And there right in front of Hestia, blocking the attack. And when I say blocking, he took his long sword and drove it through the arm that was going to strike Hestia, all the way between the bones, with all that distance, with the tip of the blade coming out of the other side of the shoulder of this creature. As it recoils in pain, Belle twists the blade, causing half of the arm to be severed and fall onto the ground in a wet splat. He smiles. He smiles as he is covered in this radiant light, with his eyes still flashing a dark red. Revenge. I will have my revenge. As he runs forward, faster than most people can even keep track with, taking heavy slashes, heavy strikes, and stabs against this mighty beast, causing it to wail and cry out in pain, as he finally just decapitates it. After that, he takes in a deep breath, now covered in blood, the light he was emitting fading and dying away. He walks back over to Hestia. Are you okay, my goddess? Yes. What was that? Are you talking about my banner, or are you talking about what I just did? Both. If you're talking about the banner, it's a technique from my homeland. It helps injured soldiers. It allows us to, well, keep the front line, the vanguard, healed up, so that they can keep charging. It won't stop any life-threatening injuries, but it'll make you live a lot longer. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so tired. It'll make you live a lot longer and, well, be able to put up with a lot more pain to get back to the medics. I see. And that light. Revenge of death. What? Some people where we're from call it the revenge state, or pure vengeance. Me, I call it the revenge of death. Basically, if pushed back far enough by either too many opponents or by too much of an overwhelming opponent, some of our people have gained the ability to, well, increase our physical prowess through mystical means, allowing us to, well, deal a lot more damage. In exchange for that, though, and it makes us a lot hungrier and exhausts us a lot quicker. It's not something you want to use often, and usually as a last resort. As his stomach growls loudly. Oh. Shall we be going, my goddess? Somewhere we can properly heal up. Yes, Belle. Yes, please. Let's be on our way. As he puts her arm over his shoulder and begins to walk off. As we see Freya on a building in the background, smiling. Isn't that adorable? My, Belle, you're full of surprises. You didn't even flinch. I'm so happy. I can't wait to get a hold of you. I can't wait to make you mine. End of story. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do feel free to leave a like and a comment if you did. And please make sure that, well, that if you did enjoy, to go into Discord. Have a fun time. Feel free to talk, chat. Tell me what you liked or didn't. It helps me out and it helps this place grow. Thank you and have a good one. Bye for now.